We want to tell you there is a protest that started in Washington Square Park. It has been moving through the city. It began about 45 minutes ago. This is the 14th day of people making their voices heard and demanding change now following the death of George Floyd in police custody. News 4's Ray Vieta covering this for us today. He's in the area of 34th and 5th. Ray.
Hey, David, these protesters are marching at a New Yorker's pace, which is to say they're walking and they're making really good time. They've left Washington Square Park, and as you mentioned, they passed the Flatiron Building and are passing the Empire State Building. As you mentioned, they are marching for equality because Black Lives Matter. They're marching in response to what's happened to George Floyd and what's happened to many other people across our country. The chopper gives you a good idea as to how many people are out here, thousands. And you can see just how far back they stretch, the amount of people. They're making their way towards Bryant Park. And you know what I've noticed that really stands out? There's a community sense to all of this. All along this route, there are people handing out Gatorade, handing out water, snacks to keep these people going. I stopped and talked to someone handing this out as to why they're doing this. Let's listen in.
I'm out here because this matters right here. I'm out here to help people that, it's hot outside. There's a lot of people that are active, which is a beautiful thing. So thanks to All City Kits. We are passing out supplies to all these demonstrators and all these protesters. There's so many ways to be active, and this is like one of the best solutions aside from donating and being involved.
And you can see they have already left me. They're headed towards Bryant Park. I asked a lot of these people who are out here why they are out here, how long they'll be out here. They tell me they'll be out here as long as it takes to make change happen. We're live in a neighborhood somewhere between the Empire State Building and Flatiron. I'm Ray Vieta, News 4 New York.
All right, Ray, we understand, and they walk on. The largely peaceful protests, as we know, were marred at times by looting and vandalism. Police are still looking for many of the people responsible for that. News 4's Mark Santia got a hold of some exclusive video of looting that targeted Macy's flagship store in Herald Square, and he says that is helping the department track down those suspects.
Dozens of people stormed the entrance of Macy's here on Broadway between 34th and 35th, and police say this was anything but a victimless crime.
They're in Macy's.
Breaking into Macy's flagship store last Monday night was mass chaos. Exclusive video obtained by News 4 shows wannabe looters bursting into this vestibule from a hole in the plywood and not knowing what to do. One guy tries to crack the glass with a baseball bat, but the wood splinters. Another starts bashing the door with a hammer, but that doesn't work either.
They caused several $1,000s worth of damage in a very short period of time.
And that was before they got in. Finally, someone figured out how to slip through the revolving door. Eventually, this man unlocked the door, allowing several others to flood in. The NYPD says $10,000 of merchandise was taken before police arrived and began making arrests. Inspector Timothy McCode, commanding officer of the Manhattan Grand Larceny Division, could not believe what he saw on tape.
It was very shocking to see the sheer volume of people that weren't considering like human life, and it was just shocking.
Macy's was just one of more than 600 burglary or looting scenes police responded to Sunday and Monday, the majority in the lower half of Manhattan.
A lot of people think that property crimes are victimless crimes because they don't involve other human beings. But what they don't consider is the police response, the safety of the police that are responding, and people that are innocent bystanders that are not taking part in what's going on.
As detectives from the Grand Larceny Division identify people in this video and make arrests, they're also reaching out to the public.
They should call our Crime Stoppers number, and they can remain anonymous. If they have information that could aid in our investigation, we'd be glad to take it and use that information.
And for the alleged burglars, the men and women seen in this video, Inspector McCode has a message.
I think it's a matter of time before we're knocking on your door.
At Herald Square, Mark Santia, News 4 New York.